The early morning sun stretched its golden fingers across the rolling fields of a remote countryside, painting the landscape in soft amber hues. Mist lingered over the grass, and a gentle breeze carried the distant sound of a river cutting through the valley. In this serene setting, a mother cow, thick-coated and muscular, grazed peacefully with her calf. She moved cautiously, ears twitching, alert to every sound. Local farmers had noticed unusual tracks in the area in the previous days. Paw prints too large to belong to domestic dogs. She moved cautiously, ears twitching, alert to every sound. Local farmers had noticed unusual tracks in the area in the previous days. Paw prints too large to belong to domestic dogs. Meanwhile, a specialized rescue team, trained in both animal protection and emergency response, had been monitoring the region, equipped with high-visibility vests, first aid kits, tranquilizer guns, and sturdy rope nets. They were ready for any situation. They had been informed by the local authorities that a pack of wolves had become increasingly aggressive, circling farm animals late at night. The team's leader, Captain Arlen, a seasoned wildlife rescuer with over a decade of field experience, surveyed the area with binoculars. His eyes, sharp and calculating, traced every movement in the grasslands. The tension between the serene morning and the lurking danger created a palpable atmosphere. Even from a distance, the mother cow seemed to sense the impending threat, snorting and stamping her hooves in nervous agitation. Even from a distance, the mother cow seemed to sense the impending threat, snorting and stamping her hooves in nervous agitation. The team communicated in hushed tones, coordinating their positions and assigning roles with precision. Everything was meticulously planned. One group would distract the wolves if necessary, another would secure the cow, and a third would maintain perimeter safety. Yet, despite the careful planning, no one could predict the unpredictable behavior of wild animals when hunger and fear collided. The air held a sense of foreboding, thick with anticipation, as the golden light of dawn shimmered over the fields, masking the hidden threat that lurked among the shadows. The first sign of trouble came as subtle rustling in the edge of the forest. Leaves crunched under the weight of paws that moved with the quiet precision of seasoned hunters. The mother cow, sensing the unfamiliar sounds, let out a low, warning bellow that echoed across the valley. Captain Arlen raised his hand, signaling the team to stop and observe. Peering through binoculars, he identified the shapes of 4 wolves emerging from the tree-line. Their fur was mottled gray and brown, muscles taut under the sleek coat, eyes glinting with predatory focus. They moved in perfect synchrony, circling the grazing cow like shadows of a predator's patience. The team could see the intensity in the wolves' gaze. This was no ordinary encounter. Farmers nearby had heard similar stories of wolves testing boundaries, often becoming more aggressive when separated from their pack. As the team spread out strategically, the wolves advanced, their movements deliberate, almost ritualistic, testing the cow's reactions. The mother cow shifted closer to her calf, protective instinct flaring, lowering her head slightly while planting her front hooves firmly into the earth. The rescue team readied their equipment. Nets were unfolded, ropes coiled, and tranquilizer rifles primed. Every second seemed elongated, stretched by the adrenaline coursing through the team. Sweat trickled down their foreheads despite the cool morning air. The wolves were smart, recognizing potential threats, but also hungry enough to take risks. Captain Arlen whispered final instructions, reminding the team to stay calm and not provoke unnecessary aggression. The tension was suffocating. A taut string stretched to its breaking point, as every movement of the cow and calf, every snap of a twig, was magnified. A single misstep could escalate the confrontation into chaos. The team's focus narrowed, tuned to the rhythm of the predator and prey dance unfolding before them, each member mentally preparing for a split-second decision that could mean life or death. Without warning, the wolves lunged forward in a coordinated strike, teeth bared, low growls vibrating through the air. The mother cow let out a deafening bellow, kicking violently to protect her calf, but the wolves were relentless. Dust and debris rose from the ground as hooves and paws collided, a chaotic dance of survival. The rescue team sprang into action with precision. One member, holding a long rope, aimed to loop around the cow to guide her safety, while another distracted the wolves with loud shouts and waving arms. The wolves hesitated briefly, snarling in defiance, but hunger overpowered caution. The mother cow's strength and instinct were impressive. She maneuvered skillfully, spinning in tight circles to fend off attacks, protecting her calf with every ounce of energy. The mother cow's strength and instinct were impressive. She maneuvered skillfully, spinning in tight circles to fend off attacks, protecting her calf with every ounce of energy. The wolves were clever, exploiting every moment of hesitation, and the team had to constantly adapt. Dust clouded the air. The sound of snapping twigs and pounding hooves created a cacophony that made it hard to communicate, yet the team moved with unspoken understanding. Every action was a delicate balance between intervention and allowing the cow to exert her natural defense. The scene was intense, almost cinematic, as nature and human courage collided in a struggle for survival. Time seemed suspended, the outcome uncertain, while every participant, both human and animal, fought to protect what mattered most. Captain Arlen noticed an opening as the wolves momentarily diverted their attention to the calf. Signaling quickly, a team member lunged forward with a specialized net, successfully ensnaring the mother cow's front legs without causing harm. The cow's panic was palpable, but the restraining technique was executed flawlessly, designed to immobilize without inflicting injury. Another team member secured the rope around her midsection, allowing the group to guide her away from immediate danger. The wolves, frustrated by the sudden resistance, hesitated and circled back, growling and snapping at the edges of the net. But the coordinated distraction from the team ensured they could not close. The calf, sensing safety nearby, followed instinctively, stepping over rough terrain under the watchful eyes of the rescuers. Every movement was calculated, deliberate, and executed under extreme. It was a delicate operation. Too much force could injure the cow. Too little could allow the wolves to attack again. The team's experience shone through as they balanced these risks, guiding the cow slowly toward a safer zone while maintaining visual contact with the predators. The team's experience shone through as they balanced these risks, guiding the cow slowly toward a safer zone while maintaining visual contact with the predators. The wolves, still wary and hungry, kept a tense distance, their eyes tracking every motion, demonstrating the fine line between wild instinct and human intervention. This moment required both courage and tactical precision, as one wrong move could undo minutes of painstaking effort. The cow's breathing was heavy, muscles tense, yet she followed the subtle cues of her human rescuers, trusting instinctively that they were allies in this desperate struggle. As the team guided the cow across uneven terrain, a sudden shift in the wolves' behavior indicated an imminent secondary attack. Captain Arlen quickly ordered two members to flank from behind, using decoy maneuvers to distract the pack. Loud whistles, clanging metal rods, and rapid movements drew the wolves' attention just long enough for the cow to advance toward a clearing. Every step was measured, balancing the cow's stress with a need for speed. The wolves, frustrated and clever, attempted to anticipate their movements, making the escape even more challenging. This delicate moment showcased both the intelligence of wildlife and the precision of trained human intervention, a testament to the skill, courage, and patience required to save lives in unpredictable circumstances. Finally reaching the pre-constructed enclosure, the team guided the cow inside, carefully tightening the ropes and net to ensure she could not injure herself while calming down. The calf entered shortly after, nuzzling against its mother, a visible sign of relief and recognition. Wolves remained at the perimeter, howling in frustration, but the reinforced fencing ensured complete safety. The team exhaled collectively, adrenaline giving way to exhaustion and satisfaction. First aid checks confirmed no injuries, and water was provided to help the cow recover from the intense ordeal. The team exhaled collectively, adrenaline giving way to exhaustion and satisfaction. First aid checks confirmed no injuries, and water was provided to help the cow recover from the intense ordeal. Captain Arlen documented the incident for both educational and procedural purposes, noting the behavior of the wolves and the effectiveness of the rescue strategies. This encounter would later be analyzed to improve future operations, emphasizing the importance of preparation, coordination, and understanding animal behavior. The mother cow, now calmer, allowed the team to adjust the restraints gradually, demonstrating remarkable resilience under extreme stress. Observers from nearby farms, who had initially witnessed the terrifying encounter, expressed awe and gratitude for professional handling of the dangerous situation. This successful rescue highlighted the delicate balance between human intervention and respect for wildlife, demonstrating that even in life-threatening scenarios, calculated action and empathy can prevail. As the sun reached its zenith, casting long shadows across the fields, the rescue team gathered for a brief debriefing. The mother cow and calf rested inside the enclosure, occasionally glancing at the edge of the forest, instinctively wary of returning threats. Captain Arlen praised the team for their composure, tactical execution, and unwavering commitment to animal welfare under pressure. The local farmers, now reassured, began discussing additional protective measures, including reinforced fencing and surveillance of predator activity. Meanwhile, the wolves had retreated deeper into forest, their hunger unmet but their instinct intact, a stark reminder of the raw, untamed forces of nature. The team packed up, equipment carefully checked and stored, leaving no trace of their operation behind. Reflecting on the morning's events, it was clear that bravery, training, and quick decision-making had averted potential tragedy. The ordeal served as both a cautionary tale and a celebration of human and animal resilience, captured in every mud-streaked hoofprint, every snapped branch, and every exhausted but triumphant glance. The mother cow's survival, alongside her calf, symbolized the intersection of instinct, courage, and compassion, a reminder that in the unpredictable theater of the wild, heroes can emerge both on two legs and four. The story, though terrifying in its immediacy, would be recounted for years, a testament to the thrilling reality of wildlife rescue operations and the profound impact of dedicated humans committed to preserving life against formidable odds.